Hello students, welcome to class 7. Today I am going to teach you about the medieval period, medieval history. Medieval period in history that will deal first with European history, then we will continue with the Indian history. Now for the European history, my part I am beginning with the Byzantine civilization, that is in the western part of the Europe. We know that the Roman Empire had flourished. Now the Roman Empire was set up by Octavian. He was the first Roman ruler, and the last powerful Roman ruler was Emperor Constantine. Now today we are going to learn about Emperor Constantine. Now Emperor Constantine had declared himself as the emperor of the Roman Empire, Roman Kingdom, in the year 307 AD. Now he was the most ambitious and a very able general, always eager to face the dangerous ventures. Now he had in the battle of the Milvian Bridge in the year 313 AD, he attained the supreme power in Rome, and then he started to reorganize the Roman Empire under his control. Now he had introduced various reforms to bring back the lost glory of the Roman Empire, and but he failed to give good life to the poor people in his empire. The people, the common people, they used to live a very hard life. Now, Emperor Constantine's most outstanding work were two. First one was his shifting of the capital from Rome to the eastern part of his empire in the city of Byzantium. From this name, we come to know about the empire set up by Constantine, came to be known about Byzantine Empire. Because the capital city was Byzantium, which was founded by Emperor Constantine. He had shifted his capital from Rome to Byzantium. Later on, it was renamed as Constantinople after Emperor Constantine. Now, there were several reasons for the shifting of the capital from Rome to Constantinople. One of them was the frequent attack. The city of Rome, because it was the capital of the Roman Empire, it was very rich and beautiful. So the barbarians always targeted Rome for their attack, and it was frequently attacked by the barbarians. So that is why Emperor Constantine shifted the capital to Byzantium, which was quite far away, and the barbarians would not reach in that part of the empire, and so the empire would be safe. The capital would be safe for that reason. Some say that the position of Byzantium or Constantinople was favorable because it was situated on the Strait of Bosphorus, which was helpful for the trade and commerce, because the ships could come in and go out very easily, and the trade would go on in from this city well. So it helped the eastern part of the empire to become richer than the western part. And besides, it was centrally located. That is why it was easy for the rulers to keep a watch, equal watch on all parts of the empire. Rome was at the westernmost part of the empire, and the eastern part remained neglected. That is why. So Byzantium was situated centrally. So the ruler was able to keep an equal uh, watch to all parts of the empire. So for that reason. And some historians say that no, Constantine was suffering from some illness and he needed the fresh air near to the sea. That is why he shifted his capital to Constantinople, which was situated on the Strait of Bosphorus. But that cannot be assumed as the foolproof evidence, because mostly Constantine had shifted the capital due to the frequent barbarian attack to make his capital safe from the barbarian attacks. And second important work of Constantine was the declaration of Christianity as the state religion. Now Emperor Constantine had the majority of his population Christians, and for that reason he needed their support to rule properly, and for a long time Constantine needed the support of his population, which was majority of which was Christian. For that reason emperor himself converted into Christianity, and by the Edict of Milan in the year 313 AD, he declared Christianity as the state religion. Now it is said that when he was in the battle of the Milvian Bridge, during that time he had received a commandment from God in his dream. He dreamt that God has asked him to convert himself into Christianity and declare Christianity as the state religion. So that was his excuse. But actually Constantine wanted to get the support and support from the Christian population of his kingdom. That is why he declared Christianity as the state religion by the Edict of Milan. And Constantine, for all these reasons, Constantine became to be known as the Great, and he passed away or died in the year 337 AD. Now, after the death of Emperor Constantine, I have previously told you that Constantine was the last powerful emperor of Roman Empire. Now, after his death, the successors of Constantine quarreled amongst each other as to who will become the next emperor, and nobody was able to keep a hold on the empire for a very long time, and ultimately in the year 395 AD the Roman Empire was divided into two parts. The western part with capital city at Rome came to be known as the Western Roman Empire, and eastern part with the capital at Constantinople came to be known as the Eastern Roman Empire or the Byzantine Empire or Byzantine civilization. After the city of Byzantium, it came to be known as the Byzantine Empire or Byzantine civilization. And these two parts were kept under the control of two successors of Constantine, Honorius and Arcadius. Now, both started to rule, Honorius from the western part and Arcadius from the eastern part. And then it was officially in 395 AD, the Roman Empire, after the death of Emperor Constantine, was divided into two parts. Next, we will learn about another emperor, Roman emperor, that is Emperor Justinian. That will be done later on. Students, you will be making two history copies. One for my part and another one for Paramita ma'am's part. So, whenever you are getting the PDF along with the videos, you will be copying down the notes and the question answers, as well as you will be doing the homework in the respective teachers' copies.